Good evening and welcome to tonight's stream. Sorry I haven't been on for a few days, but I kind of got tied up a lot with the Division, with it coming out and everything, so that's kind of why I wasn't here, but I'm back now. Hopefully streaming at a better bit rate, and hopefully, fingers crossed, you can now watch me in full HD. I'm not sure how that works. People have to give me a bit of feedback in the comment section. If it looks amazing for you, if it looks crap. It actually looks alright my end for once. I've got a big green bar, which is always good. I didn't bring up Restream, so I'll have to do that. Restream.io, and of course I must put the stream in my Discord. So yeah, I haven't been live for a few nights, kind of properly doing Elite. I was really hoping to do it last weekend, but sometimes other things are in the way and you're just too tired or whatever to do it, so I've not had time to do it. But I did promise it, so I thought I'd stream it tonight instead of anything else. Let's have a look in my Discord. And I've actually been wanting to finish this journey off, or at least get to the core and have a little bit of a nosy around. So I'll just put this in the Barons area. I've just realised on Twitch I'm probably still showing as the Division, but who cares, it's only Twitch. I don't mean that, but anybody who's joining me on Twitch is going to be an Elite lover anyway, so it really doesn't matter too much. Okay, so let's ramp it up and see if I can get going here. So I just want to check one thing actually. That one. Hey Dave, how's it going? Thanks for leaving a quick message, because I'm now going to be able to tell if it's actually working on the Restream chat app. I was just about to ask somebody to write a message. It's not showing at the moment, which isn't good. Come on Restream, you can do it. There we go. Fantastic. It's about 30 seconds off, Dave, but thank you very much. So, yeah, what have you been playing? I noticed you were, oh, correct. I noticed you were kind of, chilling in different games. Right, so let's have a quick, let's actually, instead of making a death drive, just in case of any mishaps, we'll line her up here, and we'll go back into the galaxy map and let it replot that nice route. Now remember, before it took a while to plot this route, so I'm just going to let it do its magic, and hopefully we'll get it lined up. If you want to check out the HD, see if I am in HD or if this kind of pretty face is in 480 or whatever. Pretty face, yeah, right. That's what my mum used to say. Oh, it feels a bit weird. It's been so long since I've flown, it feels really strange. But hopefully I can scoop and go well enough. I need to remember which button I've actually selected for stuff. Engage. No, it's not that one. Is it this one? Engage frame shift? Nope, it's not that one. This is gonna be fun. Nope, it's not that one. No, it's not. Yeah, it is that one, but that's not the one I wanted to use. Come on, bugger looks. What one was it? I'm sure it was this one. No. Engage. No. Engage frame shift? Oh crap, I don't know which button I've got set. I'll double check it while I do a jump. Hang on a moment. Got which I set it as. It was button. Oh, that's because I've got it set to the wrong joystick. It is button 10. Alright, what's button 10 when it's at home? It was the one I thought it was. But apparently that's set to something else now. It should get a shipyard. I mean, generally the ones... Honk it. Oh, it's not going to do this, is it? No, because I didn't want that one either. Come on. Why have they done an update or something? Some of my options and controls seems to have changed. So it'll be enter FSS, won't it? I'm sure I didn't have it set as that. Okay, that's alright, I'll set it as that one, it should be alright, yes. No, I don't want to discard them. Right, so... Let me get my head around this. Scan it. We're gonna have to make sure that this button's working, just give us a second. Honk it. Let's see if this works. Honk it. There we go. Oh, it worked. That's alright then. Right, so there's 5 bodies, so it's probably going to be nothing much. So we'll do a little pull around. I hope you're not hoping for a shipyard to get your stuff shipped out, Dave. Because it costs a ridiculous amount per ship. Like a ridiculous amount per ship. So just have a quick look at what we've got. We've got some rocky bodies, so we'll move on. Engage frame shift. Cheers, big ears. Have you got long hair, Dave? Personal question. Strange question. I've got my reasonings. Honk it. So take it easy on this one. Got 9 bodies in it, but we're nearly out of fuel, so... I was going to think of a Dumb and Dumber reference there, but I can't now. I'm not as on the ball as I usually am, to be honest. I haven't played for a few days. Any sign of a deal on the Division 2, Dave? Come on, you know you want to do it. Get that bola. Well, we've got one high metal content world somewhere. Key that bola. There we go, there she is. And it's the only one, and it's not got anything interesting, so we'll move on. I just asked because you're Oh yeah, you can buy a cheap ship. I did it out in Colonia. I was asking Dave because I was trying to work out how your PlayStation name came about. Which was the reason. It didn't sound like you had long hair. Mind you, I'm not sure if brushing it comes across over the microphone. Honk it. Which robot game? The hunting one thing. Oh, but the Division's so good. Compared to the... I mean, it really is, actually. The other lad we were playing the other night, he's hardcore into it now. He left me way behind. Took a day off and he was off to level 22 or something. But, we tried doing the scaling, but it doesn't work in the way that... It does if you're really close, but if you're massively different, it just doesn't work. It doesn't bump you up at all. They say it does. Right, we've got... No, they're going to be... Get that boy lamb. So we've got... It says we've got high metal content, but these aren't going to be high metal content. These are going to be rock. For sure. Yep, so I don't think we've got any high metal content at all. He lied to me, Edward. Engage frameshift. So I am 10 jumps out from the stop-off spot I wanted to go to, and then it's really not far to Sagittarius A from there. Definitely doable in the stream. Probably going to try and do 2 hours more or less tonight. Alright. We can get 26 miles to the gallon on this hog. I knew there was a Dumb and Dumber reference there somewhere tonight. Honk it. Thanks for letting me get that one out. So if you're dropping by the stream for the first time or you're an old viewer, do drop by do drop by in the chat and say hello. Probably I've not been on for a while. Right, we can get that one. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. That could be multiple water worlds. My life suddenly has meaning. One? Yeah, there's 2 here. Okay, good. And neither of them will be terraformable because this game fucking hates me. You probably did. Was that when... Were you and Jess dick waving backwards and forwards? Was that what it was? You, Jess, and Nibbler. Or Julie. Well, obviously she doesn't dick wave. She... I don't know what she does. Careful now. Oh, come on, yes. That one actually is quite close to the sun, so we might be onto a good one with that one. We've got a rocky ice. Well, there's definitely a high metal content here. That one. Oh no, that's an icy buddy. What am I saying? There is a definite high metal content here. Thanks for proving me wrong, Senior. I don't know where it is though. Probably hidden behind a gas giant knowing this bloody thing. You've already got a water world, you can't have a high metal content. Right, let's see on the system map. I do have a phrase for that, but I haven't used it yet. Terraformable. Okay, but it's not been mapped, it's not had anything done to this one, so that's good. So's the high metal content, so we've got 3 and 6. I'm gonna go do the high metal content first. I'll still stick my name on this water world because even though it's not you're not the youngest, are you? It's Tigster who's youngest. Probably second youngest. What are you trying to say? You're trying to say mine's shriveled up? It has. What are you trying to say? You young'uns with your confidence. This song fits this. Is the song too loud? I hope not. Right, we're going to pull back a little bit so we're at a decent speed. That's what she said. Maybe not coming at granny speed next time, but as I said, I haven't flown for a while, so I don't want to... Oh, too fast. There we go. I didn't want to overshoot it. What have we got? 6 for proficiency. So, 1. That's a miss, by the way, just so you know, because it did tell me. What a fucking dial. 4. 4. Is that 4 or 5? 4. God, I'm a mess. There we go. And the last one. I think you'll find that was last week. Was it? Yeah, I think I shaved my head last week. I think. How do I get out of this? Joystick 4. What the hell's joystick 4? Hello, joystick 4. 3. Ah, that one? Way! Okay. Last time I had a full head of hair was when I was pulling it off that dead body, don't you mean? What's this quip all about, Ella's guy? You're gonna have to... Oh, look at those stars, that looks amazing. You're gonna have to fill me in. I'm out the elite loop at the moment. Have these stars got more depth than they used to? Or something? Has there been an update? Just the... It doesn't look as flat as it did before. Maybe it's the angle I'm coming in at, and the stars kind of look different than usual. No, but it does mean you have head hair. Thank you. I'm available for birthdays, bar mitzvahs. I think... Is that a Tiffany reference, Elasgar? It's gonna snow now. No, it doesn't work, does it? You can't harm me. I had collared greens today. Tell you one mistake I did make. Well, it wasn't a mistake, just a bit hot. Is I put cayenne pepper in it instead of regular red pepper. Could have put regular red pepper in it, but I hadn't had cayenne in a while, so... I need to start putting my streams after like Obsidian Ant and what them lot, so I can mop up the dregs left over. Fuck off! It was a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, admittedly it's been a while. Not that I haven't wanted to do it. Just like I was saying earlier on, it's just I've been walking a fair bit recently and stuff, and it's just things, you know, other things take over. I'm afraid. I am trying to kind of get myself into a bit more of a regular thing, just so I can stream in a bit more regularly again, rather than upsy downy as it's been. So I will post it on Discord when I've kind of finalised what I think. I'm I'm going through exams at the moment, so the next couple of weeks are going to be pretty doggy anyway. Well, it scares the life out of me because I've got no air left. Right. Is it true that I'm really tagging these with nothing? With nothing? With oh, I'm not flying 3 whatever light years. Next system. How do you like them apples? Engage frame shift. Oh yeah, we can do it all by voice now. Kick the cat. No, I know. I just think I put a bit too much, even for me. I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. So when did you say they were thinking of getting outfitting, Dave? Honk it. Honk it. Alaska, are you watching on the computer or the TV? Can you just give it a test to see what it's like in full HD, please? If it's possible. Oh, I pressed the button for that one. Hang on, I can't. I have to do it by voice. Warp speed. Oh no, I can't remember. Hang on, I can't remember what I've got. I can't remember what I've got for get engaged in the frame shift. Engage. Ah, yeah, that was one of them. Warp. I might have to switch to my second account actually and do some stuff in the bubble as well, because there's a lot of things to do in the bubble which I haven't done, which are much easier now. Much easier than they ever were before. Don't forget to leave a like, people, by the way. If you're enjoying it, you can always draw a few more people here. Honk it. Got a gas giant and we've got some icy bodies. We might have high metal content, but I doubt any of them are decent, so I'm just going to fly on. Ah, okay, cool. Right, let's push into this. Yeah, I think they're talking about, you know, the other day they started talking about the next things that they're going to be doing that we're not going to hear of stuff for a while. I honestly think, I don't know if everybody else agrees, but if you look at the amount of people that have taken part in the last few kind of exploration things, I think that tells us that that's what people want more of in the game. Less Thargoids and more exploration. I don't mind exploring somewhere and finding Thargoids. That would not, that wouldn't disappoint me in any way. I'm just looking for that tail. I think it's there. I just can't quite see it. Yeah. No, this is going to be a dangerous one. I mean, I don't want to. There we go. Okay. So I don't know. I think they should listen, kind of. I'll look at the numbers of what the community want. I think there's plenty of combat stuff out there. I mean, there's only so much you can really do with combat anyway, I suppose. Not knocking it. I've actually enjoyed the few times I've done combat, and I look forward to doing it again. Yeah, what do you know? Is there any kind of is there any kind of ideas as to what they're changing the CGs to? Obviously, they're changing them because they're absolute shit. If truth be told, go collect this or go fight this. It's like having really good community goals, like collecting stuff for certain places. I don't mind that. It's quite good. Honk it. Probably not going to be much in here. Just give me an earth lake. I'm trying to find earth lakes in these areas. Alright, we'll try and look for a water world. Where the hell's the there it is. Ooh, a ringed one. I had a feeling it might be ringed actually at first. I'm gonna have flown straight through that. That's the second time in a row, people. It's no good rearranging yourself every time. You've got to can't even bloody find the tail now. I thought that was it a second ago. Come on, there we go. There it is. Oh, for frick's sake! Come on. The thing about this bloody ship, it goes around so bloody slow. Where the frick's the tail? Is that it? Yes, it is. Okay. There we go. Now we're at the tail. Hey Malcolm, how's it going? Are you on a fag break? Engage frame shift. Hey, if you're having a go at me for not streaming Elite, you can have a go at Malcolm as well, since he fell in love with dirt. Shame on you, Malcolm. Shame. Honk it. I suppose you're still in the bubble anyway, aren't you, Malcolm? It's a big assumption, but I was supposing because you said something before about wanting to do some exploration stuff later on. I'll have a look at it, Dave. I've not been on the Discord a lot, but I will. I thought Reddit might have been on it and done its merry thing. The other thing is, I really want to do the... I've been saying it for ages, but I really intend on doing it, is doing the retro stream as well. Because there's just a ton of stuff I can do with that, and a ton of stuff to take you all back to your youths. I think people will really enjoy it. That might be terraformable, that one. That's most certainly... That might be. Oh shit, I just knocked. It doesn't always say it here, but I wish it just bloody would. Oh, this is... If this is hiding behind... Huh? Ah, okay. Alright, we'll just do it then. We'll just... I give in to your whimsical thoughts. I don't know what this how this spectral analyzer works some days. Right, so where's that one then? Oh, it's an icy buddy anyway, sod it. What happened? The rally stream was very poor frame rate. What's with it? I don't know, I've had problems sometimes, Malcolm. I'm not sure if it's at peak times that they just throttle smaller viewers in order to make space, which is totally understandable. Shouldn't be hidden. Okay, I'll get these two. I'll get that one, I'll get the other one, 'cause they're both doable. And untagged. I'm really surprised at these untagged ones. You can tell I haven't played in a while because I've come across how many now? 3? Water Worlds, 2 Terraformable, 1 not, and neither of them tagged. Off sensors on electric edge. Ooh, that could be good. Dropping off sensors, I like that. I love the idea of that. Are you being serious, Elazgar? Or is that just pure speculation? That sounds like something I would actually like to be involved in. Maybe not for the Cabal, but that's the type of thing that I would definitely like the new CGs to be. With some story. I mean, that's the thing I've always felt. I've always thought the CGs really need to be part of the story. I know power play is part of it and everything, but I just don't think the story moves fast enough. Considering we're playing in real time and it's a whole galaxy, I know it's hard to kind of do all that, but you receive a couple of new stories a week. It's a little bit well, something like what Elazgar's saying is a good one. Maybe trying to track where Thargoids come from with some type of sensor, you know, so we can actually chase them back to the home worlds. How many is that? 4, 5. That would be a good idea. We don't necessarily have to find out. No, I didn't read about that, Elazgar, because I didn't know there was a group that had done it. Right, so this one's a candidate for terraforming, and it's not been tagged by anybody else, so... Oh, so you were just spitballing then? That wasn't... Love this music. Sounds a bit ploddy though, doesn't it? It's a bit like me. I've considered joining the power play just for the payments you get for doing exploration. One of them gives like is it 200% extra? Are you on about the... Sorry, I didn't realise. Are you on about the ones who went on that fated ship? One where the bogs didn't work. I can't tell if that's a satellite or whether it's just a star behind. Yeah, I think that's that. It only just twigged with me as well. Yeah, the Gnosis was there. I think that's why they're supporting Distant Worlds, or why they did support Distant Worlds so much. I think they realised they really messed up with that. But they're not the only ones to do it. These companies, they sometimes... It's a bit like, you know, working in a business where you know all the particulars, and you expect people from outside to know how it all works. And the vast majority of people don't. Wow, this is scanning stuff with next system. With really good... I wonder if... it seems like they've boosted them. I'm not even using all 6 at the moment. Well, at least I know that one of the deals with the Division 2 with all my frame rate drops and stuff was partly to do with the game. The game then affects the CPU, which means that streaming's kind of a no-no as well. Hunk it. Oh, I didn't know that. Can't? Maybe you can't. That's poo. How the hell do I get out of this? Ah, yeah. Oh. Right. Might want to fuel up on the next possible planet. Oh, the Formidine Rift. Okay, I thought you were actually on about real commanders who'd done it. Yeah, well, I don't think the Formidine Rift was the Thargoids. I still think the Formidine Rift might be something to do with Raxler. The way they said that people disappeared and came back and things like that. I don't know, but I do switch sometimes. I flip-flop. Don't want to see me watching one of those crime shows. Engage frameshift.
Frameshift drive charging.
I might jump into another neutron. Alright. Hey people, if you're dropping by, come say hello in the chat. If you're dropping in, you might as well make new friends, influence people. Hunk it. Oops. What am I pressing that? Oh, I found a button I didn't know I had there. Nice one. Where the frick did that one come from? That might come in useful for mining, that one. For lasers, I think. Use it as a full stop as well. Actually, thanks for putting me onto the Expense Sellers car. The Expanse. I've only finished season 1. I'm kind of not in a rush to get on to the next one, but only because I liked it quite a lot. So I want to take it easy and not go through it too much. But I love the first season of the Expanse. Really, really good. Oh, so it's only open. Okay. Well, kind of makes sense. People bitch about everything. Can't we just all bitch about the opposite and then have them put it back? Ah, honk it. But I love the Expanse. I really do. Kind of about as close, because I really like the Battlestar Galactica remake as well. Engage frameshift.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, I've just realised that my resolution output's really shit. That could be why. Oh god, blah 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 blah, video. Oh crap, I can't change it. Okay, I know why my output might be a little bit shit and not in HD actually now. At least I know. Well, they just had a new series, didn't they, Malcolm? Honk it. Honk it. I'm going to be honest with you, with Star Trek Discovery, I actually liked the first episode. I got into it a little bit, but it's so steeped in Star Trek mythology. Is it mythology how you say it? I'm sure it is. That I'm not a Star Trek person, so I really kind of got a bit lost. But I didn't mind it. There's a few other space shows that I've actually got as well, which I need to watch, and I haven't got around to. Amazon did one, YouTube did one actually, as well. YouTube have this weird. Oh, that's good then, Dave. I think I'm outputting in 1 to 20, so I guess it's higher than 1980. So I should maybe knock it down a little bit just to make it look nicer. Hang on a minute, this doesn't seem right. Honk it. I'm sure it's at 22. And then I've just looked in this fuck all. Of course I have. I just looked in the bloody map. Have a day off, son. See, this is how long since I've played. I thought we were running under the old system. I'm going to system map to look at stuff. You a new fool. I don't really want to go in on too many of these because they're always hidden behind something else, and it ends up being a cruddy one anyway. It's kind of like a trick to finding the decent ones. But sometimes you've just got to do it 'cause you... Oops. Like, really? If that's on the same wavelength, why can I not just grab it? Yeah, that's what I was saying. I really liked the first episode as well. Couldn't get into it either. It's a shame because it had potential, but then I know Klingon. Was it Klingon? Not Klingons. Was it Klingons or no? I can't remember the things that were in it. Was it Klingons? They were speaking their own language and talking about something to do with the past, and I was just like, yeah, I don't know anything about this shit. So look, was all his creation, and then saying, oh, he said it had nothing to do with Raxler. Huh. So if it's all his own thing, then it's obviously something to do with jumping through portholes, like black holes or whatever it is. Interesting. I didn't actually. I wasn't actually aware of that. Wait, I'll knock you.
Frameshift drive charging.
I did it with a button again. Engage frame shift. I want to get used to using my voice because I'm planning on using the voice. I'm hoping to get Vega, although last time I looked at it, it wasn't available. And I'm concerned that they might have taken it off the website for whatever.
3, 2.
Tonight's stream is sponsored by Jameson's and some really good cheap red wine. I only paid €3 for this, and it's better quality than I normally drink. Honk it. Somebody put me onto it the other day. They're like, oh, buy this, it's only a couple of quid, it's really nice. Bloody is. Love a bargain, mate. Part Scottish. And part Geordie. That's the part of me that nicks it from the shops. Don't tell anybody I'm Geordie. Engage frame shift.
Frameshift drive charging.
What are we going to next? A black hole, nice one. Oh, so I'm guessing we're arriving. Yeah. Okay, so we're arriving at our destination, so I need to power down as we go into the jump.
4, 3, 2.
hell's that from? No idea. Is the Expanse from Amazon or from... Is it from Amazon or is it from... hang on a minute. Honk it. Is it Amazon or is it Netflix, The Expanse? I've got a little black dot on my screen. I can't tell whether it's dirt or the black hole. True story. Oh, it actually literally is. This one is actually literally a black hole. Have they changed it a little bit, or is it just because of the way I'm approaching it? You gotta love how the black holes actually play around with the stars and stuff, though. It is pretty cool. Oh, I dropped too close. Bugger it. Dang it. Seems like it sucked me in there. I think that's the first time I've actually had that happen. Do you know, I was thinking of, we're at a good time where I live at the moment, in that the days are really, really clear in the night, and so are the nights, so I'm actually considering, right, well, wait, who's that? Who's that out there? Is it? That's not Dave, surely. Who is that? Oh, it's Kitcher. Wow. What Kitcher's doing out there? We're at a time at the moment near where I live that we can actually get a really good view of a really good view of the sky at the moment. Might as well head here. I don't know what we're heading to. There's no description on it, so I don't know who made it. I'm thinking this must have been Marshall. Oh well, this guy's on his SJW horse. No, I agree with some of the SJW stuff that you come out with. I do. Ah, right, okay. Why'd they cancel it? Well, they had it because I don't know about it being SJW, but I know that they've had a female character before with the woman on oh cripes, what was it? On the shit ship, I've forgotten its name now. I do. Was it interesting about that guy the other week who said he'd been attacked by Trump supporters, and it turns out he hadn't. Jesse Smorgasbord or something. His name was. Engage frameshift.
Frameshift drive charging.
I hope we don't overheat here.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Oh! You bastard. Right. Oh, we're on FSD cooldown again.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
That was the one, Julie. Well done. Good job somebody's got a brain. Like I said, I'm not a Star Trek fan, but I just have a very good memory of what I've seen. So I knew there'd been a woman... Oh, crap. Janeway, that was her name. She had this really strange... next system? Or am I already aligned to the next system? Must be. Doesn't look like I am.
Frameshift drive
She had a really strange voice, didn't she? How are you doing, Julie? Sorry, how are you feeling? It's good to see you knocking around again. I was talking about you earlier, actually.
4, 3, 2,
All good things, I promise. Namaste. No, it's strange though these days how a lot of TV, just so many TV shows are trying to kind of fill boxes and check lists. It's not. I don't think it's very good for story-wise. Oh, that's his name, yeah, Jesse Smollett. That's it, Jesse Smorgasbord. Honk it. What was I going to say? TV companies really don't know what they're doing. That's why they're pretty much going to be dead in a few years. There's going to be no business, no movie business in a few years. It's all going to be on the likes of Amazon and stuff. I mean, in all seriousness, they honestly don't know what they're doing. You look back at the original, like the day when my favourite little tipple in life, Deadwood, was cancelled. And it had huge viewing figures, but because of the system they use in America, HBO didn't know that they were cancelling one of the most popular shows they had. And luckily they didn't make the same mistake with The Sopranos, but it still meant that Deadwood was off the air, and you know, and now there is a Deadwood movie coming out, I think this year, but it doesn't make up for all of the lack of end to a story and everything else. Oh, we're not going to get this, are we? I tell you what, I'm going to turn the bloody neutron stars off if I keep doing this. This is making me look like an amateur. And we know I'm not an amateur. I would never land on a high G planet and fuck my ship up. Never. I think I did that on this trip, didn't I? That was when I actually had passengers. Well, at least they'll have 5 viewers now, Julie. That's the thing. This is a thing that Amazon have hardly got any viewers, but they've actually got some good shows. They've actually got some really good shows. I think at the end of the day, Amazon will just jump in and buy them all out, all of them all together. It's quite strange what Amazon's doing in the world. Honk it. Because not only are they taking over all our shops, they're probably going to take over all our TV stations and everything. Oh, you're such a pessimist. I am. Warp. Oh, the same warp, make it all change colour. That was good, I like that. Co-pilot used to sit there. I ejected him by accident when I was trying to eject my passengers. Rest in peace forever. That one, I don't know what happened to that one. He went for a coffee break 5 days ago and never came back. Oh, the hay fever. What wasn't cancelled? What had to end? No, Deadwood got cancelled. That's the thing. It never had an ending. Sopranos had an ending. You know, obviously, that's the good thing about some of these more recent channels, is that they actually give shows a send-off. Whereas the network television companies just didn't give a damn. They'd happily end stuff halfway through and didn't give two shites, basically. You like the men in like the gymnastics. Oh, I get you. But even Discovery Channel, to be fair, these days is a bit. Do ghosts exist in a megalodon shark? No, mate. They don't. They absolutely don't. I want to believe. Did I scan this one? Honk it. Honk it. See if we've got a high metal content here. So what are you doing in game at the moment then, Julie? Apart from sneezing all over your sneezing all over your joystick. Sounds wrong, but you get what I mean. No, no. Warp speed. Yeah. You can't sneeze on the inside of a VR thing. You might think there's some weird. Weird snot monsters come to take over the galaxy. Mozart in the jungle. Was that actually what it says it is on the what it says on the tin? Just Mozart in the jungle. I can't get out. I'm in the jungle. Honk it. Are you really into your combat, Julie? I don't know why combat people watch my stream. I'm like, I don't know whether it's just so to bring your heart rate down or something. Complete. Okay, we're not going to bother looking around this one. How far have we got to go to the next jumping spot? By the oh. Actually, it's further than I thought. 25 jumps? Better get a move on. We can do this, though. Hopefully there'll be something of interest along the way. There we go. Back. I was a bit worried there because I didn't think I was going to get out of that. Warp speed. Oh no, that actually doesn't sound too bad. Which orchestra? Oh, you just come in at the last second like pew pew pew, your shields are down, mother lover. Yeah, this guy was commenting that the Discord was a bit dead recently, but it is. I mean, I'm looking at it now, and there's only 2 people playing Elite. It's not in its best time ever. Honk it. I mean, even some of the best. I know Brian's kind of pulled away now. He's saying that he just wants a rest from it, which I don't blame him. The burnout on this game is real if it's if you're not into not like crazy into the lore and stuff. I still think that this is one of the things I've been saying about FDev is that I really think they need to include the lore more into the game, or just to have something more than Galnet that people can feel like they're connected to this galaxy through. Wow, 200 YouTube channels, not bad. It makes me a bit honoured that you stuck around for mine. I mean, to be fair, YouTube is becoming more and more my my thing as well. I watch a little bit of TV. I like my my crime documentaries and stuff. Really big into crime documentaries. Psychology stuff, love all that. Engage frame shift.
Frame shift drive charging.
Oh, so it's acted. Okay, I thought you meant like I thought you meant it was like a docu thing. It'll probably be set at Schaefer then. Either Schaefer or Juilliard. I went to Juilliard when I was in New York, actually. The bit where they'd filmed the part of Ghostbusters where Bill Murray does the old spinning by the fountain malarkey. I can't talk about New York too much because Ellis guy gets flashbacks. It's like, oh no, stop. Well, we might want to slow this one down, boys. Yeah, we'll get out of this. We'll be alright now. Honk it? I don't know if I honk this one. Oh, full of shite then. Engage frame shift. I'll just jump to the next one. So, hang on, Dave. I did see your thing, Dave. Are you around, Smitty? Smitty's just saying like he's playing Apex Legends. You know, I'll play Elite because I've said it before. I like Elite and I will play it. You know, I can't promise that I'm gonna be streaming every day and stuff like that, but it's it is always on the list. Honk it. I haven't got tits, so it's not like I can make it a full-time job or anything. Especially with my job. Otherwise I would. Especially if I had tits. Well, if I had tits I might not actually ever get on the internet. Holy moly! I am going to try and live stream one day from the top of a mountain actually. So if ever you see me go live, just double check where it's from. This one's hidden, isn't it? Or is it just... oh, it's a fucking rock one. You can shove your system scan. Next system.
Warning. Frame shift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Come on.
Frame shift drive supercharged.
And you mean when you were whipping your... yeah, basically, yeah. We didn't have a rickshaw. It was a wheelbarrow. Yeah, he said he's enjoying Apex Legends, so... I'd like to pull a few people into the division if I can. I'm not just saying it for the sake of it. On PC at the moment, I wouldn't highly recommend it. I mean, the thing is that it runs alright for half the player base, and then other player base are having problems, but they are fixing it as they go. Seems like they've already fixed the PlayStation 4 bugs, so... from the yes, you might be able to. I don't know how you'd interface with it, but yeah, you might be able to engage frame shift. Do you live in London, Julie? I don't know why I just never thought you lived in London. Nah, I'm alright, I survived. The reason I say it is because on Sunday I had an amazing view from the top of one mountain. Absolutely amazing. And I would have streamed it, but I was just out of shot of the antenna. Otherwise, seriously, I'd have had it up on YouTube straight away. It was absolutely beautiful. So have you got a really strong southern accent? Course I have. Anybody know what movie's that from for a 3 point? You know, all my stuff is from movies when I come up with silly voices. Course I have. Let's see what I've got here. Honk it. Hey. Oh, if it can, the thing is, if it can go onto your Galaxy Note, in theory, you should be able to link it to your YouTube, but it's getting it from the input to the Galaxy Note to the YouTube ingester. Honk it. If there's a way around actually sending it so it doesn't go to your Galaxy Note and goes directly to the YouTube ingester. See, I had you down as a lank. Lancashire. Well, here we go. I don't know. I actually, literally, I would have had you down as somebody from Lancashire. I don't know if it's the wording you use or something like that, but Lancashire was literally the place I was thinking of. Hey, you could do if you can afford a satellite phone. Absolutely, Dave. Fuck me, those things are expensive. Warp speed.
Frameshift drive charging.
What is that dance from? It's driving me crazy.
4, 3, 2.
You're not Sim. And to be fair with Smitty, if his wife plays with him, that's nice. If you can get your significant other involved, that's always a good thing. If you can keep him away, it's even better. But if you get him involved, it's a good thing. Honk it. Ooh, 11 bodies. All shite. Actually, no, they might not all be shite. They might actually be, looks like they could be on the... Nope. They're all shite. Never get excited, Swifty. Never.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
So you can if you have a satellite phone, but they're not cheap satellite phones. I have I actually don't know where it is. I thought it was here. I do have a fully fledged decent GPS which can pretty much it can track my route down to 20 meters is the best I've had on it. No, tracking somebody else, I've got it down to 20 meters, which is pretty damn good. And tracking me, it goes down to I think it's 3 meters. And it's also got a really good thing in it where if I do have a problem, I can take my SIM card out of my phone, put it into the GPS, and it will automatically send my coordinates to Mountain Rescue. Yeah, I'm not so silly as to not do that type of stuff, but satellite phone, it's not too important in that way. Warp speed.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3,
I actually met a guy once who was very, very proficient in using the compass and the map, and he managed to get lost a few times in certain conditions. That's the one good thing, is I always say the GPS can't lie. If somebody stood there before, it's not going to lie to you. Sometimes the map within the GPS lies, but if you stick to the line itself, you can't go wrong. If you know, if you're following somebody else's trail. Honk it. But no, I'd probably be alright with a map, in all honesty. I think sometimes actually I'd be better off with a map. Sometimes the GPS can throw me off if it's automatically pointing north all the time. Bollocks. It can catch me off a little bit, but I'm getting used to that now. Engage frame shift.
Frameshift drive charging.
I might get a beer. Can't have any more wine because I'm on detox. No, I'm not on detox, but I'm not I'm trying to cut down my drinking at the moment, so I said only nights that I stream and after a walk, so up a mountain, not to the shops. So I've got a beer I can have. Just can't have any more wine. Could wine that as well. It'd be a shame to waste it anyway. Human. Can we do this in the... yeah, we can do this in the stream. I'm sure we can make this next stop during the stream. Sure of it. We won't be tagging anything in here, I can tell you that much, because it's all too far away. But was that GPS on a car? The reason I say that is honk it, is that my GPS, I follow routes that other people have already done, and I try what am I doing? It's not that one, it's that one. And I try to follow them if they've done a certain amount of pointed routes, sorry, a certain amount of points in the distance that they've done. The point is when the satellite actually says you were definitely here. So, for example, if I'm doing a 6-hour walk or 8-hour walk, I would expect 5,000 to 6,000 points to have been logged. If it says like, 500 points, I wouldn't follow it. Engage frame shift. But yeah, when I was doing the work across the Pyrenees before, there was a guy with a map and he was telling me to go in one direction. I said, look mate, the GPS says to go in this direction, we should go this direction. And it turns out he'd have been walking in the wrong direction, probably off a cliff. No, this is mine. Somebody recommended it and I'm really, really pleased with it. I've got a new student who's a wine aficionado, which is really good because he's given me the names of the cheap stuff and the medium stuff, because there's no way I'm buying the expensive stuff. And he's basically unlocked a world of bounty for me. And the first, to be honest with you, the first one he's recommended is really good for the price. Tiny bit of silt in the bottom, but a froggy citron. Julie, it's probably the 6-pack that you drunk when you got off the ferry, to be fair. In defence of the Froggy Citron. Honk it? No, I didn't. Honk it? Right, I'm just going to go quickly grab a beer, people. I'll be back in 2 seconds. No, they don't make citrons in Spain, they make Seats. Seat, because they sat in your ass waiting for the pickup truck. Oh Christ, no, they're my oldest student's like 75. I have young students too, but yeah, my oldest student's 75. A 75-year-old retiree. Lost his, I think he said he lost his wife last year, and you know, he likes to fill his time, which is nice. It's a good way to, definitely a good way to fill your time. The thing is, he puts some of the others to shame. That's the thing. But he's quite funny. He's got a good jovial way about him. He likes a good drink. That's definitely something to connect with him on. This might be ringed. Oh, maybe not enough. Too much separation. Okay, hopefully this ammonia world's mine. Oh, it's too far. Yeah, definitely not going 2,000 odd. No, that's the heavy metal. Can't be high metal. So it's that. No, that's. Hang on, which one's in? That one's the ammonia world. Okay. As much as I'd like to go get it, I cannot fly that distance. I don't even know how long that distance takes, unfortunately. Saying he went to the factory, yeah. It was not made in Portugal. Not unless they do slave labour. Engage frameshift. I've been past the Seat, what would you call it? The place where they put them all. They might be made in Portugal, but I doubt it. Unless they've got good labour laws there. Actually, Elizabeth, when I was in the US, was it the first time? I think it was the first time. I went from Salt Lake City in Utah to Boise in Idaho to watch a bowl game. Actually, it was a good bowl game. It was getting Virginia Cavaliers versus Fresno State Bulldogs. In a Toyota Prius, one of the earliest ever, like one of the really early Toyota Prius. And then we drove from Boise to Los Angeles and back via Las Vegas. Cheapest car ride I ever took. I didn't know that. The VW's made in Portugal as well. I was lying German. He might do. No, he just wants to do something different, I guess. Yeah, I've had a few. Well, I've had a couple now because I'm not drinking. My brain's gone to mush. Honk it. It came off the Sharon production line. Are you sure they weren't made in Lancashire? Right. It was a cheap joke. I'm a cheap person. Yeah. Right, Rocky Buddies. Moving on. Oops. Engage frameshift.
Frameshift drive charging.
I wanted to have a look at something earlier. I totally forgot to look at it. No viewers on Twitch tonight, people. Sharon with a big poop. I thought that was the Fall of Madonna. Oh no, that's in Paris. That's in Paris. I've got no viewers on Twitch, people. I probably do, but they're all going, this isn't the freaking Division. You dick. I have to go back and label some of those, relabel some of those videos. Honk it. There's a part of me that wants me to hit a few dud systems so that I can actually just get the get to the location, because it really isn't that far off the destination. I might go a little bit further actually. There's a Fall of Madonna with the big boobies. Oh, hang on. Waterworld, definitely. Is that high? That might be... No, that can't be a water giant, can it? My planet spotting skills are not as good as they used to be. No, it's a class 1 gas giant. Gotta get back into the game, people. Gotta get back into the game. Because I'm missing obvious stuff these days. Oh, there we go. There's our baby. Come on, come on, come on. Damn it. I'm gonna go tag it because there was one I didn't tag earlier, even though it's not terrestrial. It might be worth a penny. It was a low, I thought so. I used to fancy the German girl in that Helga. Oh, my tastes. That's it, I've had a German girlfriend in my life. It's all like leather and bloody plastic they wear in that show, that's what it was. Corrupting youthful minds. At least that's what I blame it on. Bet Dave liked Hello. Bet Dave liked Helga. Or Mimi. Was it Mimi? The one with the blonde hair? Everybody liked Michelle. Even the ladies liked Michelle. Ella's guy's probably sat there going, what the fuck are they talking about? European freaks. Right, okay, let's have a look. Miss. So, we don't want to miss. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I haven't had a 7 yet, which is strange. Ding -a ding -ding. They've definitely adjusted this. Next system. Engage frame shift.
Frame shift drive charging.
It feels adjusted. Yeah, I like Open All Eyes. I always remember the one in Open All Eyes which got me was when somebody's burgling his shop because he's got that stutter, and he hangs out the window with a shotgun and he goes, "Stop or I'll I'll shoot." I don't know why, that just tickled me when I first ever saw it. I'm getting flirtatious text messages from the hockey player. Give me a second. I like it when they show up. Oh crap, did I not honk it? Honk it? I understand, I'm just going to reply. Pressing all the wrong buttons now, getting all flustered. Icy body, let's jump.
Frame shift drive charging.
Yeah, I could have done it by voice. Right, he's gonna die. Honk it.
Fuel scooping complete.
Right, okay. Just get that back up. Sorry about that. Same thing about the tuna. Ooh, who's got tuna sticks? I like the term Eurobabble. It's the one where he puts all those different, all the different aisles, isn't it? It's a good one. It's a good show. Ronnie Barker, I just like it. I love Porridge. Just his use of the English language is phenomenal. I have, not very often, because my students aren't always intelligent. Well, not intelligent enough. They're not always schooled enough. But I often use a lot of his sketches to show how you play with words in English. So he's kind of a bit of a messiah in that way. You air fry tuna? Really? Are they breaded or something? I've just never thought about air frying tuna. I love tuna. Absolutely love it. I was thinking of having it this weekend actually. I was saying to my housemate it's a good substitution for general steak if you're not eating meat. Honk it. Well, we have 5 bodies. Let me just check something. I have a feeling I'm hitting dud systems because I think I've got a dud setup. Let's have a look on the galaxy map. Yep, I had it set to realistic. So that's why we've hit so many duds. Well, one of the reasons why we've hit so many duds. Let's let it replot. Touch wood, we've still only got 20 jumps. 15, sorry. I think it was 15 before. 15. Yeah, the only thing is, Dave, for Ellidsgar is actually that English programs can be sometimes quite difficult to follow for the Americans because we're more dipped into their culture than they are into ours. So I know it sounds strange, but it's truthful. One show which Americans do generally like, which I think I've told Ellidsgar about before, is Bottom, because in general on terrestrial television in America you wouldn't be allowed to have that much violence on terrestrial television.
4, 3, 2.
Even though it's comedic and simulated, it wasn't allowed on regular American television. It's why they made the movie Hotel Guest House Paradiso, I think it was called, which had no connection to the BBC TV series whatsoever. Okay.
System scan complete.
Oh crap! Oh Google! I'm gonna fuck up my everything I've got running on my computer. Right, let's have a look. Hang on. Honk it. I honked this. No, it doesn't. But it still, it gives it the frying. Fuck you. Fuck y'all. It gives the frying sensation, but with air. In my opinion, I wouldn't bother. It's pork, butter, or the highway for me. Nope, it's not that one. So, I'm always forgetting what the hell I'm doing in this world sometimes. It's not that one, is it? Ah, okay, so it's that, okay. There we go.
Shift drive charging.
Oh, you caught it with oil, okay. Oh no, I would have realised that anyway, Ellidsgar, if I'd have actually read it properly. Oh cripes, we've run some duff systems now. Warp.
Shift drive charging.
We are now entering the Galactic Center. I don't think it's gonna happen, Julie, in this iteration anyway. I've said that I still feel that people will vote leave even if there was a second vote, which would put it to the argument to an end. It's not personally go along with my personal politics, but honk it. I still think people would vote leave. I really do, from what I've seen.
System scan complete. System scan complete.
And I think that would bring an end to the whole argument of were people lied to and would people vote in a different way. I just think they need to get about doing it again. I think it was always going to be the best option for them to do. Engage frame shift.
Frame shift drive charging.
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. That's the thing about protecting people, Dave. They quite often, I don't know, even on terrestrial TV, you don't see that much. There's a lot of inferred violence on terrestrial TV in America. Actual violence, it's always it's a strange thing. Unless you're watching Cops. I love Cops. I just downloaded Series 29. Honk it. The good news after Brexit is your medical stuff will all be top quality now, because you'll be paying massive insurance premiums for it instead of getting it for free. So all the poor people will have to just fuck off. But you know, they only clog up the system anyway, bog balls to them. But the NHS has already been lined up, so that's good. A load of that pack of balls. I don't know what we're going to do. What I don't understand is, what are we going to do when the NHS gets privatised and we get rid of all the foreigners? Because all our doctors are fucked off to they're fucked off to Canada and Australia for a better life. So I don't know who the hell's going to be doing your next kidney transplant. Probably Boris.
Warning. Frame shift drive operating beyond safety limits.
I'd like to see Boris do a kidneyectomy. Is that actually a thing? Oh, crap. I think I just nearly took my
Ready to engage.
I didn't realise I just kind of warped into a... I'm not even drunk. Oh, come on, just let's do it. Oh, next system? Oh yeah, it's the next system, okay. Can't believe I just nearly warped into a bloody neutron star. I'll have a look at it as, you know, fried chicken. Because we don't have Popeyes here. How long do you reckon Popeye's chicken can last? I've got a friend going to Pittsburgh, and I was like, maybe you can just get some Popeyes in your luggage. It could last a good 13-14 hours, couldn't it? Probably longer, actually. Do you think it's worth risking it? Honk it. It's not me, and I actually got dryers, fryers. I worked it out. I always say to people, don't worry, I'm an English teacher. I work it out in seconds. Probably somewhere up in Lancashire. Yeah, you're right. You know, I believe in democracy. If people vote leave, gotta go. It's what they voted for. I don't necessarily agree with it, but this is the problem now, is that people are saying, well, the leave was democracy. Well, it wasn't, because it was a referendum and people didn't actually realise that it was going to be held accountable. But even if it had been, even if they had said all of that beforehand, it still would have had the lead vote because both of them were lying their asses off. I think that tells us more about what we should be doing if there's another vote. Accountability, children. Accountability. We need it more than ever now in politics, in my opinion. Accountability should be the first thing. String them up. There's people saying that they should revoke Article 50 and remain in the EU, but like I said, I believe in democracy, and I don't think that that's what should be happening. I think people voted to leave. Hunk it, and minimum there has to be another vote. Yeah, but the KFC one, Ellisgar, is terrible. Like, ridiculously terrible. Oh, we've got nothing here, okay. What is a accountability? Hold them by the throat, that's what I see.
Frame shift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frame shift drive.
I know it's going to be disgusting reheated. I mean, I'm not pretending that it isn't. I'm just, you don't understand this, that taste of heaven. Just so much pulling people out the brackens of Lancashire. Well, I live in Catalan country, so it's very different here as to why they want to break away from Spain. But even so, like I say, it has to be a democratic process, and the problem in Catalonia is that the Spanish government won't give them any type of process, and that's not going to be good in the long run, because there's lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of children here who don't feel Spanish. I don't mind the access, but we've actually got a KFC down the road. That's the thing, I can actually walk there. I'll get for God's sake. This idea that people should just revoke Article 50 is it's pretty shocking in my opinion. The level of selfishness by people just because they think they're right, like when Ella's guys on about SJWs and all that stuff, that's what I think. There's too many people in this world who just think because they think something, that should just be the case. Even in a right-wing way, you know, like the right-wingers are exactly the same. They're doing exactly the same process. They're going, oh, all the left-wingers are crazy and we're right. Well, you know, the world's a lot more it's a lot more grey than it is anything else. Did anybody talk about TV shows we were talking about earlier? Did anybody watch that Castle Rock? Hey Marshall, how's it going? Screwing off in some random time. I'm actually heading to the car, mate. Oh, pardon me. I think I'm heading to somewhere that you've actually marked. I'm assuming it was you, because I don't know anybody who went off towards the centre.
Warning. Frame shift drive operating beyond safety limits. Module malfunction. Frame shift drive supercharged.
I'm gonna have to fix the frame shift soon. I think we'll be alright. How many jumps have we got to go to this place? 8. We'll get there. Oomph. I know they're doing another series of Stranger Things, which I actually really like. Retro's the new big thing in television now. Oh, just done a flash there, that's not good. Wait, honk it. Oh no!
System scan complete. System scan complete. System scan complete.
Another system scan complete. I wonder who that is then. I might have to have a closer look when I get there, but it's right near the car. Could have been Kitcher. Strange one. The one at the car. That was hopefully my intention, Dave. If I get there alive, God knows what this next stop's gonna throw up. Honk it. That's the one, Ellisgar, based on Stephen King's books. I honestly didn't watch it because it's kind of mixing them all into one. And I really like Stand By Me. I think that's the one where they explicitly kind of mention Castle Rock, or it being in Castle Rock. Oof, I had a big flash there, that's not good. Engage frame shift? What? Engage frame shift? Hopefully we'll get this last jump. I'll give it a fix up now when we come in. Oh, I'm getting some really big flashes here on my screen. Actually, it could be that. Let's hope so. Honk it. Honk it. Oh, it did. It said 20 buddies. Okay, so I can get this up too. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I watched about 3 or 4 and I just thought, wow, it's really kind of not going at great speed. It's one of those where you can always go back a little bit later when you've read reviews. You know, one of the ones that I do that with is Fargo, because I love Fargo. I love the movie. I really like the first series. Loved the second series, and the third one I'm just kind of getting about to now. I've watched a few episodes of it and I really like it, so But that's one of those series that if it just goes lopsided for any reason, it could feel like forever watching it. Gas giants, icy bodies. Oh. Yeah, I think we're gonna have like a minimum amount of high metal content, probably hidden behind the 2 gas giants as well. Unfortunately, I really don't think I'm gonna find anything here. Oh, you might find the odd one sitting just off the shelf. Oh, no. Okay. Move on. Next system.
Frameshift drive charging.
They're making another one. They're planning on including Misery in it, which book-wise not so much, but movie-wise, I think Misery is probably my favourite. Next to Stand By Me, after Stand By Me, I suppose. Honk it. Ah, we're only 4 jumps out. We're gonna make it in this stream, thank God. I'm glad we are, because I didn't want to end the stream and be like, oh well, thanks for jumping. Come on, don't mess us about. Let's do this.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Module malfunction.
I'm hoping I can do it in these 4 jumps actually without effing the module up.
Module malfunction.
Let's see what we've got. We've got 77. I think we can do 4 more jumps.
Cannot comply.
Engage frameshift.
Module malfunction. Frameshift drive charging.
Is it actually charging or not? Engage frameshift. Engage frameshift. Oh yeah, I saw that one. I don't know if it's really my type of thing, but I know it's getting rave reviews. Rave reviews it is. Hunk it.
System scan complete.
Yeah, let's go. We can do this in 2 jumps. We can definitely do this. I've got like quarter of an hour left. I think that was my limit. I know normally I go on for the hour afterwards, but I started a little bit earlier tonight.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
If ever I stream at a weekend, I will put 3 to 4 hours in. Definitely want to see this spot. Warp speed.
Frameshift drive charging.
I love doing that. Stop flashing.
4, 3, 2.
Hunk it.
Fuel scoping.
Eight's not so bad. I mean, I don't think we're going to find anything spectacular, but all these belt thrusters. I thought they'd fix that and just done it in one thing. Since it went live, is anybody actually still hating the passive scanner since it went live? Is there anybody actually out there who seriously hates it? Who thinks it's a splurge on the game? I suppose. Fucking yeah, oh, it's showing up in high metal content. Must be here somewhere. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
2 jumps, we can do this, come on. We're jumping to, we're jumping to a neutron zone, okay. Well, I watched that other Stephen King adaptation with Matt Dillon. I can't remember what it was called. One where he lived in the town. A town that was kind of they weren't robots. Can't remember what they were now. Hunk it. Hang on, Marshall's just giving me a stern no. I don't know what I was asking. I get it about 30 seconds after you've replied, Marshall. Don't always know what I was talking about myself. Oh, look at that. Nice. It's a bit active. I like the active ones. Well, everything's in the second sun, so... Okay, we only have to go 135 light years, so we'll fly through this very active squirrely thing.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Module malfunction. Frameshift drive signature.
Okay, let's see. Let's get this jump done. Engage frameshift.
Cannot comply.
Engage frameshift.
Frameshift drive charging.
We must be down to like 74 here. 75. Ah, okay, sorry. Thanks for answering that quick. No bugger else answered it, otherwise I might have got what I was waffling on about. No, that's good. I don't know whether you hated it before. I know a few people are really, really concerned by it. I like it. I like the fact that it'll tag a moon that you're... Okay, we've got notable stellar phenomenon here. So we're gonna work out how we drop out of the hyper jump. Oops. Honk it. There we go. Honk it. Oh, it doesn't honk it in regular mode. Okay. So we need to get this, we need to fix this. So I'm going to shut off the frameshift drive. Power up the auto. We shouldn't be, but we'll take that off.
Shields offline.
So how was your weekend?
Chill.
Don't know what the frick my music's been all night. This isn't even the Have we been through some of this music? I don't even remember it. Ah well, whatever. If we've been through it, great stuff. Don't actually need the shield generator unless we're going into notable stellar phenomena or something. Oh yeah, okay. Let's see what these notable stellar phenomena are. Well, my cockpit's getting a bit cold. Look, can you see the ice building up? It's a nice addition. Good. Oh, that's because the frameshift driver only takes up 16% power. Oh no, 6%. Sorry, and the booster 16%. That makes total sense. Right. Okay. Let's have a look at this notable stellar phenomenon. But I want to see who bookmarked it. Strange that it was bookmarked and it doesn't say by who. Oh cripes! How do you see who it was bookmarked by? Is there an option? Bah, humbug. Right, it's that one, no? Right, so who tagged it? Mostly CLP. That must be that one. Right, so doesn't tell you who tagged it. It should tell you who tagged it. Bit ridiculous not to. Oh cripes! I don't know how to get out of that one. Right, there we go. Right, so we want to head for the notable stellar phenomenon. Ah, okay, yeah, that might be an idea, Malcolm. You might be right. Be astronomical bodies, I think. Is it? Oh no. I don't know why I thought it was. You'd have to look in your anomalies, wouldn't you? Okay. It's maybe better to wait until I've been to it, and then it'll come up as seen. Was that a BA to convert? Yes, I'm having a beer. I don't start till late tomorrow afternoon. It's all right. And it's exam week, so I just basically walk around the room pointing out the fucking blatantly obvious to them. And they don't know what to do. I think I put the shits up of them a couple of days ago, so I told two of them they might have failed because they were trying to talk to each other. Fuckheads. So yes, I've got a beer, I've got a whiskey, and I had a wine earlier, but I am actually, as crazy as it seems, I am controlling my consumption. Very moderate this evening, very moderate. I haven't seen this stellar phenomenon for a while, so it's going to be nice to drop in. I might just have to look around because I can't remember all the buttons. So you might have to tune into the next episode. I don't know if half my buttons are even bloody calibrated. Where have the stars gone? It's a starless sky. Is this a blancmange cloud or no? It's there's lightning in this one. I like the lightning ones. I haven't seen them yet. Can you get lightning in space? This has probably been discussed, but it was a general question I just had. At least this part shows that some type of atmospheric landings could be, could kind of be added. I don't know what even that button is there now. Oops. Okay, this might be because I'm out of range actually. Am I getting buffeting from these clouds? I am. That's good. That is actually good, because if they do atmospheric landings, we know that buffeting could be a thing, so that's actually pretty cool. I'm going to be honest. The composition scanner isn't working from a distance. I know you have to get up pretty close to these things sometimes. Okay, there we are. Okay, so the composition scanner, I've got it set. Good. Don't know what that sound was, but I didn't like it. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the codex. Because the codex should let us know where he found it and who, there we go, and who reported it. Doesn't exactly tell me who it. Marcus Michael. No, it used to tell me who'd reported it. Hang on a second, maybe I can find it. Can I find it here? Okay, hang on. Brian shared one. Okay. No, Scott Temple, no. It might have been Ben. Okay, Ben. Okay. Okay, it might have been Ben who added it. Okay. Okay, so it was Ben. I think it was Ben that added it. I haven't seen him around for a long time. Even on the Discord, but he was definitely somewhat involved in it. Oh, Commander Marshal Westling is actually at Sagittarius A. Or around there. I can't actually see Sagittarius A in there. Where is it? There it is. Oh, yeah, fucking bastard. Pardon my French, but see what we've got on the jump to Sagittarius A. I'm assuming it's not too ridiculously long. Come on. Still need to go back and grab some of the engineers as well. Oh god. Lee Chung, people like that. Is that his name, Lee Chung? 6 jumps to Sagittarius A. It's not that far off at all. Not that far off at all. Okay, ladies and gents, I'm gonna have to call it a night, I'm afraid. I've done 2 hours and how long? 2 hours and 10 minutes, more or less. I might actually do another Elite this weekend because, as I've said, I would like to do a little bit more of the Division. I'm really enjoying it. It is sad that I'm not doing Elite at the moment, but to be fair, a lot of people have kind of stopped even playing Elite at the moment. And so it's kind of hard to get into streams sometimes. But it's not something that I will ever truly give up on. You know, it's one of the things that I'm going to be streaming every now and again as it goes. There was a couple of ideas I had for short videos that I wanted to make about Elite as well, which I've not got around to as of yet, but I would really like to. But I will be around, I will be streaming other stuff, so please stay in touch and please support the channel. Obviously if something's not your bag, then I totally understand that. I don't expect you to be there, but if you do see something that pops up that you think, oh, I might like that, do be sure to pop in the stream and say hello and just you know, see if it kind of checks out for you. Let's not forget that the channel itself, Ineffectual Gamer, I did set up as a gaming channel, not specifically for Elite, but Elite kind of has a place in my heart, and I'm always gonna cover it. So it is nice to see everybody dropping in tonight who has dropped in, who's chatted. It's been a pleasure seeing you all. And you know, until the next time, I'll see you later. Hopefully this weekend. If not, maybe the middle of next week. I might make like a special Elite night. It would be nice to get things sorted out so that I can actually have specific nights when I do specific things. So anything about like that, I'll let you know in the Discord. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you are watching the stream later on, or you're watching it for the first time ever, do feel free to drop in the Discord. Information is in the show notes, I think, or I'll change it later on, so it is. So until then, thank you very much people, and I will say 9-7. Good night.